It's me again. It's Monday, so it's time to get back into the book. Remember, I read it Monday through Friday, and on Saturday and Sunday, I take a break from the book. But if I feel inspired to post, then I post. I'm Tracy Lene. We are reading The Fifth Agreement. We understand the first four, and if you don't, go watch those videos. If you haven't liked my videos or subscribed to my channel, I'd love it if you did that. Let's get into it. Oh, the first four. The first agreement is to be impeccable with your word. The second agreement is don't take anything personal. The third agreement, don't make any assumptions. And the fourth agreement is to do your best at everything. We are at chapter 3, the story of you. And remember, this ain't audible. I'm going to add my 2 cents. The first agreement, be impeccable with your word. For thousands of years, humans have tried to understand the universe, nature, and mainly human nature. It's amazing to observe humans in actions all around the world in the different places and cultures that exist on this beautiful planet Earth. Humans make a lot of effort to understand, but in doing so, we also make a lot of assumptions. As artists, we distort the truth and create the most amazing theories. We create entire philosophies and the most amazing religions. We create stories and superstitions about everything, including ourselves. And this is exactly the main point. We create them. Humans are born with the power of creation, and we are constantly creating stories with the words that we learned. Every one of us uses these words to form our opinions, to express our point of view. Countless events are happening all around us, and using the attention, we have the capacity to put all of these events together in a story. We create the story of our own life, the story of our family, the story of our community, the story of our country, the story of humanity, the story of the entire world. Every one of us has a story that we share, a message that we deliver to ourselves and to everyone and everything around us. You were programmed to deliver a message, and the creation of that message is your great art. What is the message? Your life. With that message, you create mainly the story of you, and then a story about everything you perceive. You create an entire virtual reality in your mind, and you live in that reality. When you think you're thinking in your language, you're repeating in your mind all those symbols that mean something to you. You're giving yourself a message, and that message is the truth for you because you believe it is the truth. The story of you is everything that you know about you. And when I say this, I'm talking to you. Knowledge, what you believe you are, not to you, the human, but what you really are. As you can see, I make a distinction between you and you because one of you is real and one of you is not real. You, and he does that in italics, the physical human are real. You are the truth. You, knowledge. You, knowledge. You're not real. You're virtual. I hope this starts to make sense because right now it doesn't. You only exist because of the agreements you made with yourself and with the other humans around you. You, knowledge, comes from the symbols you hear in your head. Now, that you, he's bolding it, and the you that he's italicizing must mean the personality. You, bolded, knowledge, come from the symbols you hear in your head, from all the opinions of the people you love, the people you don't love, the people you know, and mostly the people you'll never know. Who is talking in your head? Oh, that thing is hot. I'm out in the car with the sun's back, getting in, soaking in that sun. Who is talking in your head? You make the assumption that it is you, but if you are the one who is talking, then who is listening? You, bold you, knowledge, are the one who is talking in your head, telling you what you are. You, italicize you, the human, are listening, but you, italicize the human, existed long before you, bold you, had knowledge. You existed long before you understood all those symbols, before you learned to speak, and just like any child before he or she learns to speak, you were completely authentic. You didn't pretend to be what you were not. Without even knowing it, you trusted yourself completely. You loved yourself completely. Before you learned knowledge, you were totally free to be what you really are because all those opinions and stories from the other humans were not in your head already. Your mind is full of knowledge. But how are you using that knowledge? How are you using the word when it comes to describing yourself? Think about it for a second. If I were to ask you to describe yourself in 3 words, what would those 3 words be? If you were to ask me to describe myself in 3 words, physically, I would say I'm 5'7", chubby, and really pretty. That's what I'd say. I'd say that. And I'd say I'm 5'7", dark skin and chubby and really pretty. That's what I would say. What would you say physically? If you would ask me to describe myself in 3 words that weren't the physical, I would say I am very brave, I am very funny, and I'm very authentic. I would say that about myself. And he says, when you look at yourself in the mirror, do you like what you see? Or do you judge your body and use all those symbols to tell yourself lies? I used to do that. I accept that I'm chubby because I eat poorly sometimes. And it may be organic, but it's still poorly. It's a lot. I love food. I eat big portions. I probably could feed a small village. Not maybe a small village, but at least 3 people. Do you like what you see? Or do you judge your body and use all those symbols to tell yourself lies? Is it really true that you are too short or too tall, too heavy or too thin? Is it really true that you're not beautiful? Is it really true that you're not perfect just the way you are? People may decide you're not beautiful, but that beauty to me is an individualized plan for your life, whether you think you're beautiful or not. I think I am fucking stunningly gorgeous because I'm me. And I don't think that so that other people can agree, but I don't give a fuck if you disagree. I used to care if you disagreed because then I based how I thought about myself on other people. When I started to have to wear glasses because my eyesight was getting challenged, I was unhappy. I said, oh my God, I'm so ugly. I hate glasses. Then I started realizing I can get lots of glasses and make it a fashion statement. And so these, look at these ones. They're nice and big and they got the little glitter, and I have some other black glasses, but I like them. My mother does not like them and I respect that, but I like them. Okay. Can you see all the judgments that you have about yourself? Every judgment is just an opinion. It's just a point of view. And that point of view wasn't there when you were born. Everything you think about yourself, everything you believe about yourself is because you learned it. You learned the opinions from mom, dad, if you had one. Some of us, I had a father step in my life when I was 3 and raise me. And then I met my birth father when I was 25. And while he didn't see me come in the world, I was at his bedside when he went out, and he apologized to me. With his last breaths in his body, he found enough energy to tell me, I'm so sorry, you know. And I accepted that apology very, very much so. It's very warming to have somebody tell you that when they're going out of the world. But I had a good dad until he decided he didn't want to be a good dad. When my mom divorced him, he divorced us all. I had to work through that, but I've since worked through it. And I got my mom, so I got the best part of it all. Okay, where was that? Everything you think about yourself, everything you believe about yourself is because you learned it. You learned the opinions from mom, dad, siblings, and society, and cousins, family. They sent all those images of how a body should look. They expressed all those opinions about the way you are, the way you are not, the way you should be. They delivered a message and you agreed with that message. And now you think so many things about what you are, but are they really the truth? When I was young, so all of the women in my family are dark skinned and they're all beautiful and they're all fashionable. So I thought dark skin and tall was the thing. I couldn't wait to get tall. I couldn't wait to be able to look like my mom. So I didn't have that colorism that people have. People tried to give it to me, but I didn't pick that up. I used to like to go in the sun, and because the sun makes me look like shiny, like shining. And so I like the sun, but people would say, you better get out the sun, you're going to get blacker. Girl, I'm already black, and I like being blackity black. Because I had blackity black aunts who loved being blackity black, tall aunts, so that wasn't my issue. Love being dark-skinned Tracy. You see, the problem is not really knowledge. The problem is believing in a distortion. And it's a distortion when somebody tells you, regardless of your complexion, that you're not pretty because of that complexion. That's a distortion. Believing is a distortion of knowledge, and that is what we call a lie. It is a lie for somebody to tell you that because you're dark or because you're light, you a baddie. If you dark, you lucky to be called a baddie. That's bullshit. Bullshit. Don't take that on. What is the truth and what is the lie? What is real and what is virtual? Can you see the difference, or do you believe that voice in your head every time it speaks and distorts the truth, or assuring you that what you believe is the way things really are? Is it really true that you're not a good human, that you'll never be good enough? Is it really true that you don't deserve to be happy? Is it really true that you're not worthy of love? None of those things are true. You might have done some things that may make some karma have to swipe you on the booty before you get to those things, because you do have to pay for your transgressions. You do. You don't just get to walk off in the sunset. But does it mean you're not a really good human? It's not for me to decide. Because I think about how David in the Bible, sent the man off to war so he could be killed, so he could have his wife. And the Bible says that David was a man after God's heart. I'm like, wait, what, God? So the man who had somebody killed so he could have sex with his wife when he already had a wife, you just loving all on him, he's after your heart? I don't understand that, and I'm not going to try to dissect it in this. My small understanding of it is a man wrote that shit, and not the God, or the story isn't all the way complete. Maybe her husband wasn't a good person. I don't know. What I know is, if somebody that could do that, God loves them in their heart, I know God got to be infatuated with me, because I don't do stuff like that. Remember when a tree was no longer just a tree? Once you learn the language, you interpret a tree and judge a tree according to everything that you know. That's when a tree becomes the beautiful tree, the ugly tree, the scary tree, the wonderful tree. Well, you do the same thing with yourself. You interpret yourself and judge yourself according to everything that you know. That's when you become the good human, the bad human, the guilty one, the crazy one, the powerful one, the weak one, the beautiful one. Remember Prince's song, The Beautiful One? Go listen to it. The ugly one. You are what you believe you are. Then the first question is, what do you believe you are? What do you believe you are? Think about that for a second. Honestly, what do you believe you are? And if you say, well, I don't know what I believe I am, look at your world around you, and that's what you believe you are. If you can't ever pay your bills, you believe you're poor. If you keep running through relationships, you don't believe you're worthy. If you're walking around here overweight, underweight, you don't believe you deserve to be healthy. If you're walking around here with so much makeup on, you look like a completely different person. If you got eyelashes on that look like you just put cats on your eyes, or just like big old thick, there's some stuff you need to work on. Eyelashes are fine. But some of these eyelashes y'all wear, I'm like, can you even see? If you use your awareness, you will see everything you believe. And this is how you live your life. Your life is totally dominated by the system of beliefs that you learned. Whatever you believe is creating the story that you're experiencing. Whatever you believe is creating the emotion that you're experiencing. And you may really want to believe that you are what you believe, but the image is completely false. It is not you. Italicized. The real you is unique and is beyond everything that you know, because the real you is the truth. You, the human, are the truth. Your physical presence is real. What you believe about yourself is not real, and it is not important unless you want to create a better story for yourself. Truth or fiction, either way, the story that you're creating is a work of art. It is a wonderful story, a beautiful story, but it is just a story, and it is as close to the truth as you can get by using symbols. As an artist, there is no right or wrong way to create your art. There's just the beauty or there's not beauty. There's happiness or there's not happiness. If you believe yourself to be an artist, then everything becomes possible again. Words are your paintbrush, and your life is the canvas. You can paint whatever you want to paint. You can even copy another artist's work. But what you express with your paintbrush is the way you see yourself, the way you see the entire reality. What you paint is your life, and how it looks will depend on how you're using the word. When you realize this, it may dawn on you that the word is a powerful tool for creation. When you learn to use that tool with awareness, you can make history with the word. What is history? Your life's history, of course, the story of you. The first agreement, be impeccable with your word. This brings us to the first and most important of the 4 agreements. Be impeccable with your word. The word is your power of creation, and that power can be used in more than one direction. One direction is impeccability, where the word creates the beautiful story, your personal heaven on earth. The other direction is misuse of the word, where the word destroys everything around you and creates your personal hell. The word as a symbol has the magic and power of creation because it can reproduce an image, an idea, a feeling, or an entire story in your imagination. Just hearing the word horse can reproduce an entire image in your mind. That's the power of a symbol. But it can even be more powerful than that. Just by saying 2 words, The Godfather, a whole movie can appear in your mind. This is your magic, your power of creation, and it begins with the word. Now, I did not see The Godfather till I was in my 40s. because my parents didn't allow me to watch certain movies when I was growing up. I remember once I went to see Purple Rain, but I was supposed to be going to see Good Morning Vietnam, but then the friends that I was with decided, hey, they got some seats to Purple Rain, let's go see it. So I called my mom, because I'm the one driving. I was just 16, and I said, Mom, we're gonna go see Purple Rain because they have some tickets and we got them, but it's gonna be 10 minutes more. I'm gonna be a little later than that. And she said, no, you're not. I didn't tell you you could go see that movie. So I said, but we already got the ticket. She said, well, you shouldn't have done that. And I said, but everybody has their ticket. She said, well, everybody, she told me to come home. I said, but everybody got a ticket. She said, well, everybody has a choice to get somebody else to pick them up because you got to come home because I told you couldn't see that movie. And she did. She had told me I couldn't see Purple Rain. And I remember telling the people, we got to leave. And they were like, hey, why we got to leave? You know, just stay. I'm like, no, you ain't getting me killed. So I said, y'all can either ride with me or y'all got to find another ride home. They were mad, but they got their asses in the car because none of them had cars. And I still had a smart mouth. So when they were talking shit, I don't remember exactly what they said, but I remember the gist of it. I was like, well, you could get your parents to buy you a car. Oh, they can't. So you either getting in this car and I'm taking your ass home, or I already bought a ticket. I don't care. Y'all got 3 minutes because I got to get home. And I went home. And when I got home, I was, of course, mad, but I didn't have the type of mama where I could show her I was mad. And then she told me, you know, I told you couldn't see that movie. I needed to see it first to make sure it was appropriate for you. And I'm glad she did that. After she saw it, she did let me and 2 of my friends go see the movie, but she was able to explain more. And if you've seen Purple Rain, you can see why a good parent would say you couldn't go. So I couldn't see The Godfather, obviously, because that was not appropriate. I saw it when I was 40 with my husband, when I bought him the set, because he loved The Godfather. And they had this like DVD set with like really nice pictures in it. Okay. Perhaps you can understand why the Bible says in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was God. He said that twice, and I know, oh no, I said it wrong. Let me go back. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. According to many religions, in the beginning, nothing existed. And the very first thing God created was the messenger, the angel who delivers a message. You may understand the need for something that could be transfer information from one place to another place. Of course, from nowhere to nowhere seems a little complicated, but it's very simple at the same time. In the very beginning, God created the Word, and the Word is a messenger. Then if God created the Word to deliver a message, and if the Word is a messenger, then that is what you are, a messenger, an angel. The Word exists because of a force that we call life, intent, or God. The Word is the force, it is the intent, and that is why our intent manifests through the Word, no matter what language we speak. The Word is so important in the creation of everything because the messenger starts to deliver messages and the entire creation appears out of nowhere. Remember God and Adam talking and walking together? Remember we decided that Adam is not the name that first man could have been, because Adam is a European name and they were not on the scene yet. So we not going to pretend like the name was Adam. We don't know what the name is. It could have been Olofe, because that's more of an African name, or the place we call Africa, because also that was named by a Caucasian conqueror. In the beginning, it was just called Earth, I guess. I don't know, but it wasn't called Africa. That I know. Some people said it was called Asia, the whole planet. Either way, we know the name wasn't Adam, but we're going to use Adam. But I had to give that disclaimer because I refuse to just keep believing in lies. Remember God in the first person God created, that they call Adam, talking and walking together? God creates reality and we recreate reality with the Word. The virtual reality that we create is a reflection of reality. It is our interpretation of reality by the use of the Word. Nothing can exist without the Word because the Word is what we use to create everything we know. If you notice, I'm changing all the symbols on purpose so you can see the different expressions that mean the exact thing, the exact same thing. The symbol can change, but the meaning is the same in all the different traditions around the world. If you listen to the intent behind the symbols, you will understand what I'm trying to say. Impeccability of the Word is so important because the Word is you, the messenger. The Word is bond and bond is life. All you got is your word. All people will judge you on is your word. What did you say? How did you say that? What, you know, and sometimes actions are words. Not sometimes, all the time. Actions speak louder than the words. You can tell somebody you love them till the cows come home. And I don't know where your cows were to come home, but you can tell them you love them. But if you're showing them opposite of love, you don't love them or yourself. So who the fuck you fooling? Nobody. You might be fooling the person until they wake up and realize you said you love me, but you got 2 other girls or 2 other guys, and you're not telling me. That ain't love. The actions show no love. You're telling your story, but is it the truth? If you're using the word to create a story with self-judgment and self-rejection, then you're using the word against yourself. I'm so fat. That's using the word against yourself. Instead of, oh my, I need to get healthier because this is excess weight. It's not good for my health. See the difference in the way it feels? And then you're using the word against yourself and you're not being impeccable. When you're impeccable, you're not going to tell yourself, I'm old, I'm ugly, I'm fat, I'm not good enough, I'm not strong enough, I'm never going to make it in life. Cancel, delete, cancel, delete, cancel, delete. I say that because I don't want my body to think I'm saying that about me, because I am not old. I'm damn sure not fat. I'm damn sure not ugly. I am beautiful. I am aging well. And I am good enough. And I am strong. My name is Tracy and I am strong and I can do hard things. Yeah. I'm never going to make it in life. Girl, I'm making it in life every damn day. I am life. Woo. You're not going to use your knowledge against yourself, which means the voice of knowledge is not going to use the word to judge you, find you guilty, and punish you. Your mind is so powerful that it perceives the story you create. If you create self-judgment, you create inner conflict, and that's nothing but a nightmare. Your happiness is up to you. Let me say it again. Your happiness is up to you. One more time for the folks in the back. Your happiness is up to you. And it depends on how you use the word. If you get angry and use the word to send emotional poison to someone else, it appears that you're using the word against that person, but you're really using the word against yourself. Now, we don't like that. We like to be able to say, I said that to her or him. I didn't mean that to me, but you're saying it to yourself. And when we say that your happiness is up to you, people say, I want a man to make me happy. I want a woman to make me happy. Happiness is a personal thing. Periods. Periods, as the young people say. That action is going to create a like reaction, and that person is going to go against you. If you insult someone, that person may even harm you in response. But if you use the word to create a conflict in which your body may be injured, of course it is against you. Road rage. You've seen it on the news. Maybe you've seen it happen where you blowing your horn and calling people names and then they follow you home, or they follow the person home, or they, all over the place. I let people drive the way they want to drive, because you obviously need to get somewhere in 3 seconds and you left 2 seconds ago. So do you, boo. I don't get offended. I know people that get mad when people will be riding with me and they'll be like, why you let them get in front of you? Because they obviously wanted to, and I'm not taking that personal. It's not that deep. Okay. Be impeccable with your word really means never use the power of the word against yourself. When you're impeccable with your word, you never betray yourself. You never use the word to gossip about yourself or to spread emotional poison by gossiping about other people. This is how you gossip about yourself. Child, I found out that my boyfriend is out there doing da-da-da. You know you're not going nowhere. So you call her, oh my God, he's out again. 3 days later, he's out again. I don't know what to do. She gives you advice. 2 days later, girl, why is he doing this? And he did this, he did this. You're just gossiping about yourself, telling people your business. You're not going nowhere. So let that man cheat in peace, okay? Let him cheat in peace. You're not going nowhere. Now, if you decide you need a friend to help talk you through it, so this situation is really hard for me. I know what I want to do. Can you help me? That's different, because we all could use people to help us. We're all a tribe. This is like this big one tribal thing. But make sure you pick the right person that's not just going to tell you what to do, but not really offer you any suggestion, and then they don't even do the same thing. That person right there, that's an interesting person. Gossiping is the main form of communication in human society. The Bible tells you, do not gossip. It said, keep your lips far from deceit. Communication in human society, and we learn how to gossip by agreement. When we are children, we hear the adults around us gossiping about themselves and giving their opinions about other people, including people they don't even know. We on social media talking about Beyonce, Jay-Z, Puffy, all of them. We just talk. We just telling all, oh, I know he did this and he this, and I can look at that picture and tell Russell Williams, is it Russell Wilson? Russell Wilson ain't happy with her, because I can look at the picture and tell. Girl, get your psychic ass somewhere and let us know what the lottery number's gonna be. Use your talent for good. When we are children, we hear the adults around us gossiping about themselves and give their opinions about other people, including the people they don't even know. But now you are aware that our opinions are not the truth. They're just a point of view. My beautiful time in the Nation of Islam, one of the restrictive laws was do not gossip, backbite, It's not good, because one thing you do when you do gossip is you taint somebody else to somebody else, and you don't have a right to do that. But the person is allowing you to taint them. They got to take that responsibility. Long time ago, I'm in the Nation. I'm the protocol director. I have a sister that does not know me, never met me before, but another sister that did know of me in terms of we were in the same mosque, decided to tell her horrible things about me, things that weren't even true. She just decided to make them up. She decided because I like nice things that I'm a terrible person, and she told this person all these things about me. This person comes in the gate not liking me and being really rude to me, and it hurt my feelings. And I remember we were at an event that I had put together, and it was done very, very well. Long story short, she lied, said a lot of things, and it made the event not as good as it could be, because I'm trying to, anyway, I don't even want to go back there. But she did not know me. She let somebody else gossip about me and make me out to be something I was not. And at the time, I was in my 30s, mid to late 30s. I was very sensitive about people liking me. I wanted everybody to like me. I would walk up to you and hand you a lollipop if that meant you was going to like me. I wanted to be liked so badly. So she hurt my feelings, and I went on this campaign to try to get her to like me, and she just was not going to like me because she was lied to about my character. Long story long, the sister that lied about my character, some stuff ended up happening to her because I wasn't the only person she lied about the character. And I'm being very vague because, you know, out of the 75 people, I think I got 78 people now, y'all. You know I'm the bomb. They may know her, and I don't ever want to bring up things or rehash things that have been dealt with. And how I dealt with it is I just forgave her and moved on. Okay, here I go. Let's go back to the giving opinions about other people, including the people they don't even know. But now you are aware that our opinions are not the truth. They're just a point of view. Remember, you are the creator of your own life, your own story. If you use the word impeccably, just imagine the story that you're going to create for yourself. You're going to use the word in the direction of truth and love for yourself. You're going to use the word to express the truth in every thought, in every action, in every word that you use to describe yourself, to describe your own life story. And what will be the result? An extraordinarily beautiful life. In other words, you're going to be happy. I am so happy now. There's things going on behind the scenes in my life, endings happening, but I'm okay with it because I'm happy. There are, the health things getting better. Let me be clear, because I don't have health problems. My blood pressure was higher than it needs to be, but the weight is coming off, so I'm much healthier. Financially, I'm not in the position I would want to be, but I don't know anybody who is. I'm pretty sure there are some people. I guess if I'm a billionaire, I would be happy, but maybe they're not even happy. I don't know, but I'm going to get better because you know what? My name is Tracy, and I can do hard things. As you can see, impeccability of the word goes much deeper than it seems. The word is pure magic, and when you adopt the first agreement, magic just happens in your life. Your intentions and desires come easily because there's no resistance, there's no fear, there is only love. You are at peace, and you create a life of freedom and fulfillment in every way. Just this one agreement is enough to completely transform your life into your personal heaven. Always be aware of how you are using the word and be impeccable with your word. That was the 3rd chapter, which we got back into the impeccability of the word. So today, let's be impeccable with our word. Use the word to bless. Even people you don't like, understand that everybody is fighting their own battle. And if somebody is doing something and it's affecting you in a negative way, they're so broken inside that the best thing you could really do for them is to not pray, P-R-E-Y, on them, but pray for them, P-R-A-Y, on them, to find peace. It's a good thing. It's not, you're not being used. You're not no punk. You ain't got to be, I'm about that life. You come at me. You want to go low. I'm going to go low. I'm going to bust hell wide open. I used to feel like that. Like, okay, Michelle Obama can go high when they go low, but when they come to me and go low, I'm fitting to bust hell the fuck wide open. That's a lot of energy, and that ain't even who I am. I don't need to do that. What now I know is when people go low, I don't even see you because you're not vibrating on my level, motherfucker. So you stay low, you stay where you want to go. I'm going to keep soaring higher and higher and higher because we got this one lifetime and the person that you're in. What do you want to see it do? I want to make it do what it do. On Monday, I'll be 56 years old. 5'6", 56, which is 11, which is 2, which is the number of the divine mother. Yeah, I'm that number girl. So this is my divine time. The endings that are happening, I'm grateful for all of the things that came before that, but now it's time. You have to sometimes walk away from people, from situations, from jobs, from all of that stuff. That may be the ending, but the ending is also a beginning. Love your beginning, and don't try to guess where she ending. Just worry about yourself. Like that little girl said when she was buckling her seatbelt on that YouTube, when the dad said, "What can I do for you?" She said, "Worry about yourself." You worry about yourself, but you keep listening to me read this book, because together we're going to grow. And this is the Fifth Agreement. I am Tracy Lene, and I would like it if you would love this video, which you got to just like, they don't have a love button yet. If you would subscribe to my channel, and if you would share. I love you. I'll see you tomorrow. Good Lord willing, the creek don't rise.